Hello, everyone. Let It Fly on Fridays with Gerry, Episode 2 or September 25th edition. So, it's been a slow week for rants, it seems. I'm made my list and it's probably going to be relatively short, I guess. But if you want to fire me up, let's talk about Tamiya semis. MPK Hobby RC, my friend Marco, wanted to wind me up this week, bringing up Tamiya semi-trucks and driving them off-road. So, thought I'd cover that real quick. Oh, look. There's some Tamiya semis right there. Who'd have thunk it? So, for any of you, you've probably heard a few of my rants about Tamiya semi off-road vehicles. And you say, well, wait a minute, they're not off-road vehicles. Well, they are the way I drive them. So, for those of you who saw the heavy haul and know the reason I bought it was so that I could drive a semi off-road. But, Marco, you didn't set me off as much as you might have hoped because I thought of another use for my fix. And I'll tell you about it right now. So, those of you that know, there's a Tamiya rear end. Actually, the second axle in the line, which for my little fix, which actually was released a few years ago by, and it pains me that I don't remember and I didn't write it down. It was just in my head. So I thought I needed to try to revisit that. And I knew that his trick was with the rear end gears, for all of you who may or may not be familiar with the Tamiya rear end, you take all of that grease out of both ends, take the grease out, clean it up really smooth because you don't want any of that grease in there. Then you try to find the thickest diff lube on the market. Well, the original site I saw, the gear lube he had was from Germany. So I couldn't even look up the name brand. But lo and behold, Traxxas is who saved me. They came out with the T-Max or the X-Max. Here's the diff lube. Oh, crap. You can't see it. I am sorry, I've got the thing in reverse. Well, this is part number 5040 for Traxxas. It is 20 million weight fluid. There's what it looks like. Oh, look, it's clear. Let me grab a device. This stuff will eventually settle to become smooth. This is the one I use. And it takes a while. But look at this stuff. That is thick. So, what I discovered with these Tamiya rear ends, see now how tore up that is? Tomorrow, it'll be perfectly smooth again. Is that this is it's actually pretty strong diff action. So, you put lightweight gear oil in there and it will just tear through it. And you'll lose the action. So, you know, I could have went hardcore old style and just put JB Weld in this, but I didn't want to ruin my axles in case I came up with another project, something I wanted to do. So I never went with the JB Weld. So this 20 million weight gear oil, and of course, what did I do with that other tire? Everybody knows there's your Tamiya tread, which you get any kind of dirt in that, it's instantly smooth. So the first tire I tried was the RC 4-wheel drive Roadie. They're a softer compound and a more aggressive tread pattern, and they do work pretty good. But I need to find these tires because these came with a project that I obtained. And I've seen RC 4-wheel drive has similar tires, but you get something like that. You lock 20 million weight diff oil, these tires, or something with a super aggressive, look at the side of them. Nice aggressive tread. The Roadies, not so much. These trucks will perform better off-road, but even slight gravel will set the trucks, a bit cattywampus. But even extreme angles will make, you get the truck tilted up on the front. Even then, with the lock diff and the tires, depending on your load, you could break free. But once again, using the flatbed trailer and the cargo trailer I've used paving bricks. You can put 4 or 5 paving bricks on a flatbed Tamiya trailer. No problem. But the performance of the truck is way better. So if you're just using the trailers, with little light loads and whatnot, try something heavy. It's amazing, how much different that truck performs with weight on it. It'd be nice if they one day upgraded these trucks to make them even more realistic, as good as the bodies and chassis and everything else are on them. Let's upgrade them a little more, Tamiya. Come on. I've been using your stuff for 25 years. Make me proud. So there you go, MPK Hobbies. I don't know. You might have thought you would wind me up a little more for Friday, but you didn't. You made me think, so I like that. Once again, everybody, throw me some comments during the week, things you're thinking about. It was nice to think about, the plus side of the truck, because now I can take this gear oil, because I think I bought 4 of them, of those containers. Now I'm going to try them in the HG 803A. Maybe I'll even try them in the 602. Who knows? We know they don't have lock and diff, so put some thick oil in them and see where I go. Now, let's move on to friends. Check your friends, everybody. Everybody. My good friend, Chris Hobbs. I'm going to catch you again. The reason I started YouTube channel, I was helping him out. He's new to RC. His dad's been into RC, so his dad and I are probably the same age. He was wanting to get into more RC. So with all the questions and things that he said, you ought to make a channel. So we've kicked this around a lot all last year. And I wanted to have him part of this segment. I caught him today. Caught him that he is subscribed. He is my biggest supporter for anything RC. And he doesn't watch the channel every video. Chris, I caught you. So I told you I was going to slip something into a video and I was going to test you. Guess what? Your kid likes watching YouTube too. Nice try. So, you were originally demoted from the R&D department to the concern department. I was going to demote you to the internal department until I found out the internal department is where all the power is. So, you have been demoted to the shipping department. And all of you who watch my videos loyally know that I don't sell anything, so I don't have a shipping department. So boom, we'll see if we catch him. I'll let you guys know next week. So that is going to be a minute. So let me just ask a wild question. So now that I found out I can buy RC four-wheel drive stuff from other vendors, the big stuff, you can use a firm on RC four-wheel drive for their really big stuff that used to be just money orders or bank transfers. A-Main has RC four-wheel drive. Tower Hobbies has it. The shipping is respectable. Now, dealing with Banggood and the HG products, we know that RC four-wheel drive, your stuff comes from China. Why is it that I can get a truck that's bigger and heavier from China for $100 through Banggood, but a similar truck that cost 4 times as much, I'm paying 4 times as much shipping? What, has anyone else noticed that with RC four-wheel drive? So like I told you in an earlier video, I bought my heavy haul from Horizon Hobbies. I paid $17.99 for shipping, and it was here in a week. RC four-wheel drive wanted $500. Now I got the Overland right there. Only choice at the time was RC four-wheel drive, which I believe I paid $300 in shipping. So, came from the same location as that guy. That's an $800 truck. That's a $500 truck. And I paid, well, actually, $600 truck. Paid $100 to have it shipped. Did some checking the other day. That truck was delivered from DHL. It came from Hong Kong. It was shipped on the 5th and it was here on the 8th. Overland. Paid $300 in shipping. It was ordered in October or November, and I got it in February. So, wow. I have definitely chosen to find my RC four-wheel drive vehicles somewhere else just for the shipping. I have gone back and looked at some of my orders, and even for small items, I paid ridiculous shipping. Tower Hobbies, A-Main, Horizon Hobbies, same product, but shipping was terrific and it was here faster. So, everybody, you're still basically supporting RC four-wheel drive, so I'm not really dogging on them or ranting about them. But meanwhile, come on, you've got a loyal following. If I can get the shipping so much cheaper somewhere else, $17.99 compared to $500. Wow. Now, I guess we'll go back real quick to vehicle radios. This is my rant. This is chaps my ass. Wait 1 second. Since this is an inappropriate video, not for children, I need to lean over here and enjoy this adult beverage. Ah, delicious. So, sorry, RC 4-wheel drive. As much of a fanboy as I am, and I have a lot of your products, I have to tell you. So, where? Oh, he's way up there. Oh, it's the Jalande 2 Cruiser. That is a $500 truck. Picking on you, Jalande. There you are up there. Looking very cruiserish right there. $500 truck, ready to run. Comes with that radio. What the heck? Now, $600 truck. We're back to HG again. Sorry guys, I am very impressed with the quality of the HG products. And once again, this is my money talking. This is me talking. I love how excellently they're built. And it comes with a 16-channel radio. It's got all the bells and whistles on the bottom. You've got, computer plugs and charging plugs. You can put rechargeable batteries in it. It's got metal on it. It's a nice, heavy, durable radio. One of my viewers enlightened me the other day that, there's a lot of nice things on this thing that I need to learn how to use it. But meanwhile, there it is on the back. Made in China. 16 channel. The 602, when I was doing the lights on it, I dropped it. I have never dropped a fancy radio before. The power button popped off because there's just a switch, like one of these switches down here, under there. It fell on the floor and that little piece popped out, and I thought I had just destroyed this cheap radio, so to speak, which is beefy if you feel it. So, 16 channels, $600 truck, $500 truck, 3-channel radio, which I know damn well this thing, they usually use, these are knockoffs of Fly Skies, or they are Fly Skies that aren't badged. But come on. If you spend the big money and you get a heavy haul, then you get an actual Fly Sky that is completely unidentified as a Fly Sky. Multiple channels. I'm trying to see if it even says something on it. It doesn't. Multiple channels again, but even this radio, $2,000 truck, $500 truck. Well, these are decent radios with a touch screen and everything on them. $500 truck. Everyone says, oh, they're cheap, ready to run radios. So here's one that I have that's, of course, super fancy, and that's a $200 radio. Except for it's black and fancy. I mean, wow, I got 2 antennas on this one. Maybe it's for one if one breaks. I don't know. Come on. That's like the heavy haul. Come on. The heavy haul. The options are unlimited. $800 truck. We can't even get one of these on that truck. You get something like this, $800 truck. I just gave you $800. Give me something with a touchscreen on it at least. Why can HG, who's in China, produce a quality metal, zinc alloy, I guess is what they call it, their metal truck, beautifully put together, full of electronics, for $500-600? And you get a 16-channel radio. I mean, I can't say exactly, but see how long that lasts. A lot of people just change them out. My biggest thing with RC is I want to try and use the stuff it came with. So many people are ready to run stuff is junk. Well, that's like you broke the leaf spring the first time you took it out. What did you do? I understand. Steering servos. Yeah, now I can see where junk is. Because in general, I like to take my trucks, put them on the workbench, see how they turn. They turn okay. They can turn those wheels sitting on a bench. I'm going to give that a pretty good workout. If it can't even move the wheels sitting on the bench, yeah, I'll change out the steering servo on one. But come on. And I guess we can segment right into Cross, which is another Chinese company, versus HG. That 803 is magnificently scaled to the vehicle it was designed after. Now, I understand this new six-wheeler that Cross is coming out with is supposedly, or it's already out, but it's $1,000, $1,200. And, excellent detailing. HG, the Cougar, excellent detailing. Metal, full radio, everything else. As far as I know, for $1,200 from Cross, I don't know if it's going to be excellently scaled. Is it going to be accurate to what they designed it after? Or is it going to be like the HC6 that I have, that they didn't even go as far as putting the right lights on it? So, this stuff from HG right now is excellent quality for the money, and it's 3 times cheaper than its next competition, and it comes ready to go. The Cross one, I think you still have to buy the radio equipment and everything just like their other kits. Come on, Cross. At that price point, I think you'd sell less than if you sell them for, say, $600 or $700 and throw in some electronics. Just saying. I'm just a guy. Now, here is a follow-up to a while back. So I was going to make my new segment, What is he doing? Which is still in the works. As I've noticed with the whole epidemic-y thing going on, is a lot of private spaces that used to be private, it seems that a lot of people aren't working. And they're out having a good time with brand new four-wheelers and brand new boats and just out doing things. So all of my spots where I sat down and made a list of things and cheats and tricks to try to, fool you guys up and see, what I'm doing. So far I've started to make 2 of the videos and had them blown, because I'll tell you what, when you're talking to a camera and you're out in the woods, people automatically in Alaska want to come over and see what you're doing. So far that's been unsuccessful, but I haven't forgotten. I made promises. It's going to happen. Well, here it is. You knew it was going to come up anytime in a rant. Bang good again. Good news. One of my products is here, or it's on its way. Thankfully, DHL has it, and hopefully I'll get it next week. My other one seemed to have been a criminal, and it got held up and stopped in customs. And then it failed the security test or a security check. So it is being reshipped. Thank God it got upgraded to the internal department, who seems to actually get things done at Banggood, unlike the concern department, who doesn't do anything, obviously. So the internal department told me today that it is on its way. Don't you worry, buddy. That criminal package of yours is on its way. So that's it for that one. Pretty quick with Banggood. But something I touched on last week about YouTube channels. I am going to tell you what a class act. What are you just going to stand back there, or what are you going to do? Audrey, I don't know what you're doing. So, in releasing some of my videos or some of my channels I watch, good, fine suggestion. I had heard of them, heard of him, but I hadn't gone to him. I watch a lot of his builds on the SBG website. His channel is Westmade, and he just builds styrene bodies. Class act. So because of everyone's suggestion about going to check out Westmade, so now I didn't have to wait for him to post the new pictures. I got to his channel. Class act. Thousands of viewers, of subscribers. Sent him a message on there and said, hey, finally I found your channel. I've watched a lot of your builds on SPG. Great work. Thousands of subscribers. Got right back with me. Gave me a big thumbs up. Thanks for finally coming to the channel. That is class act right there. So that covers that. It's been an easy day for rants, except for, here you go, Nick. It's my other visual aid. So here's the last thing. I get a lot of grief about picking on Wranglers. And people say Jeeps. A Wrangler is a Dodge to me. The first thing they did when they bought the company from AMC was to ugly the body up. You took a truck, you bought a company with a vast history, and the first thing you did was ruin the iconic vehicle, square headlights. Everyone knows about if you're a Jeep person, you know about the whole square headlights deal. Now, I've owned 3 Jeeps. I had a 51 Willys wagon that I restored almost completely by hand before someone stole it, you bastard. Then I had a 78 CJ5 with the V8. Oh, yeah, V8. That's a Jeep. And currently, I have a 1977 CJ7 that is my pride and joy until it's not, but my wife won't let me sell it. So there you go, Nick, because I'm not going to go all the way outside. I had a convenient picture from this summer, and I know it's getting a little screen action, but that is my 1-to-1 Jeep CJ, not all these crazy whatever. That one, inline V6. I could put 38-inch tires on that thing, and it'll drive down the road without a problem. Unlike when you're riding around a 3.6 Dodge motor that you put 35-inch tires on it and you've got something in the glove box and it barely goes down the highway. So there's my Jeep comments for all the Jeepers who wonder why I don't like Wranglers. So, everybody, till next week. I thought this was going to be short, but it's not, because it's me. So once again, everyone, like and subscribe if you like them. Or just come back next week for episode 3 of Let It Fly on Fridays with Gerry. Thanks again for stopping in.